Hi everyone today, this is Magnetic Melissa and sorry it's been a while, but today I'm going to be showing you guys a quick video that can release your inner artistic side. And I actually had a request from some of my friends on how to make different shapes with your vegetables you have around and make your food look a little bit more appealing, and especially for those that don't like carrots. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'll be showing you how to make flowers with your carrots if you use your imagination. And I'll be also using shiitake and common mushrooms, or cinnamony mushrooms, and I'll be showing with them how I'm not sure exactly what um, I guess the design is per se, but it's like um, you'll see. It'll be a surprise. I'll keep it at that. So the first thing you're going to need is you can use either sliced carrots in a can if you're in a rush, or you can get whole carrots that are at least 2 inches in diameter. So today I'm going to be showing you with both so you can see how it'll be done. So I'll be using from Happy Harvest, which is from Aldi, their sliced carrots. And I'm also, again, from Aldi, going to be using Grimway Farms carrots. And from H Mart, they actually had the type of shiitake mushrooms that I wanted. So this is the type I'm using. And from your regular like grocery store like ShopRite, Walmart, wherever, you can find common mushrooms. They come in like a light brown, which sometimes are also known not just as cinnamony, but they're baby portobello. So with that, it'll give you some ideas what you can do to try to spice up your food. But so first things first is you're going to open your can of carrots. That's a no-brainer. And what I did is I opened it up already and put it into a clear dish. And I want to show you the difference in how to do it with your ones that are already pretty much boiled and very soft, versus your raw carrots. So with a raw carrot, it'll be tougher, so it'll be more forgiving for you trying to make your designs and whatnot. But with the ones that are in a can, you have to be very delicate, because I'll show you probably with several of these, it might not come out the way that you want the first time, but that's life, right? So you just go with the flow, and hopefully out of some of these you'll have some flowers that look pretty. So I'm going to get yourself a knife. It could be any type of knife, whatever's easiest for you. And if your hair is long, you want to pull it back. And since I don't have a hair tie, I have a clip. I'm just going to clip it up so it's out of my way, because you don't want your hair in your food. If I can get it to stay and look pretty. Okay, I think that's good. So first things first, you got your soft sliced carrot, right? So you see very carefully, if you look, you'll see there's an inner circle for like the rings when it's growing. And very carefully, it might be hard to see because I don't have my flash on, but right around here you'll see there's little lines that go all the way to the center of where your ring is. So it kind of gives you like, it gives you a little like a little guideline on how you can go about it. So what you're going to do is get your knife. You can hold it whatever way you want. I don't do things professional, as you can tell. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your carrot and you're going to slightly make a very, okay, so you're going to make yourself a delicate slice. Then you're going to turn it a quarter or so, and then you're going to make another little slice to make a very tiny carrot, or not carrot, but very tiny triangle. And then you're going to turn it again, and you're going to repeat it. But you don't want it too close, because if it's too close, then it's going to fall apart. And you just carefully watch your fingers. You have your little wedge that comes out, and see, it makes it almost look like petals. So you're going to do that so you have 4. Depending on the size of your carrot, you can actually do like 3 and it'll still look pretty. So I'm going to quickly do that. That's your 3. And ta-da! Now that was not planned, but this, on my first attempt, it came out like a flower. Here, I'll put it in a clear dish so you can see. See? And you basically just do that. So now with your mushrooms, on the other hand, I'm going to open my package up. And you're going to want to wash them off. But when you wash mushrooms, technically the proper way is not to really rinse them underneath the faucet. What you're going to do is you're going to get yourself a paper towel and dab it and just go all around it. So that's what I'm going to actually do, and I'll be right back because I forgot to bring the paper towel over. So as I was saying, I got my paper towel and you got your mushroom, and you're just going to lightly dab it and rub. But you don't want to be too hard because it could fall apart, because it's not it's still kind of soft for your vegetables to be working with, and delicate, I should say. So you're just gonna rub, and I'm not going to be probably using the stems in my recipe, but I'm just showing you how to cut your vegetables up. For that, I might make a different video, but for today I just wanted to show quickly how to do this. So that's clean enough. Oh, give me one sec. So what you're going to do, again with your knife, is you're going to have your mushroom, and you're going to put your knife, see what I did? It was straight, and then I turned it on an angle to make it like a diagonal, and you're going to slightly cut, but not super deep. And then you're going to turn it so then it's the opposite angle to get it so it's like that. And then do is you turn your mushroom and you do the same thing. Straight, angle, cut. Not too deep. Then you do the other side till you meet the edge. And my knives could be sharper, so that's why it's like I have to pick at it to pull it out. Let's see, that's a cross, but I want to try to make it like a star. So you're going to do it again, straight, angle, slightly cut, and do the same for the opposite side. And voila! See? Not too bad. Now this one I could have extended it further, but as you can see on this part it actually was cut for the mushroom naturally where it broke. So I didn't want to make it too extended, because if it was, then it might fall apart, or at least in that section. But basically what I'll be doing is I'm going to be using these mushrooms to make japchae later, but I'm not going to actually keep the shapes. So I'm just doing it to show you guys something new. But if you like the shapes, what you could actually do with them is when you prepare your mushroom, you're going to take, twist with a little bit of effort your stem so it comes off, and you like pinch it at the same time. Okay, see that? And what you can do is when it's like this, you can actually put it in your pot of water. So like if you're making a soup, or like for example, I made these shapes previously. I don't know, I think it was about, yeah, almost a month ago. For my father's birthday, I made shabu shabu. So I wanted my vegetables to look pretty since it was a birthday. So that's kind of gives you some ideas what you can do with your stuff in your kitchen. Now I'm going to show you with the common mushroom. The same way, you're going to clean your mushroom. And you can tell, you know, when the dirt is coming off, see? This is always good to wash your food. I think that also goes without saying, but I know several of my followers said that they don't really cook and they want to learn how to, and so I'm starting with the basics. So for you guys that are veterans out there that cook for many years like myself, just bear with me. So anyway, so like that, it's pretty much clean. See? So now I'm going to do the same thing. Keep my knife clean to work with, right? So straight on an angle, slightly. Now since these are thicker, you can go deeper. And then you turn it straight, angle, and you cut in. And you got your little wedge out, like that. Now since these aren't brown, it might be harder to see on camera, but I'll try my best to show you. So straight, straight, angle, cut, then do the opposite side, same way. And not too deep because you don't want to mess up your mushroom. So see, got my little X. Now what I'm going to do is have it this way so then I can try to get my little star out of this. So let's see how it goes. So you straight, angle, cut, straight, angle, cut. And then you take your wedge out carefully. And voila. So, see? So hopefully you learned something new. Now, I didn't forget about my raw carrot. So what you're going to do is you want it to look like your sliced carrots, right? So first things first, you always want to work in a clean spot. So I'm going to move these ingredients out the way. And I'll cut a few more just to show you, but that's basically it. So these sliced parts I'm going to move aside because it still can be used. And you got your carrot, right? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to slice it, but not too thin. So like, see? You want it maybe a little thicker than that. So again, you want a sharp knife. I can show you with the other ones, but like I said, all my knives need to be sharpened. So you carefully hold your vegetable, in this case a carrot, and then you're going to cut and turn, cut and turn, pull your little triangle out carefully, and then you have your little part of your petal. And you do it again on the other side, but since it's small, be very careful. So, since it's hard, oh, see, I just made a different design a bit, but it's okay. And then you pull it out, and see, that one wasn't the greatest, but again, that was a small one. And you can do it actually laying down on your cutting board, which is what you're normally supposed to be doing. But I wanted you guys to see how it looks. But on your cutting board, it'll be a little easier. And I'll pick up the carrots that fly later. Or Velvet will probably eat it because she's crazy about carrots. And this is how it is with 3. So that goes in my done pile. And my weird little, it's like a Z or a bow tie. But the bigger the carrot is in thickness and as well as in diameter, it'll be easier to cut. So like that one, I just almost spliced it because of just the angle it was on. So it might, this one probably be a dud, but we'll see. And then you just turn it. Carefully take your triangles out. And this one I'm actually going to put more spaces on it because it's a wider diameter, so it might look even prettier. Like that. See? It's like a little star. Now, a way you can cheat, not that I'm telling everyone to be cheaters with cooking, but sometimes you want to do things and sometimes it's a little harder for you at first. So if you're not able to do this, even though it should be pretty simple, right? But there are people who have problems and need, alternative ways to do things. So what you could also do is there's, what is it called? You can get these little cutters of shapes at the store. I'm not exactly sure what the name is because I haven't actually bought them myself. But maybe one of these days I'll actually look for it. But it, what you can do when you see it is that, sorry, I forgot my timer went off. What you can do is you can actually get it'll actually have the shape of a flower and like a cookie cutter. You probably might even be able to use cookie cutters if it's small enough, or the carrot's big enough, I'm not sure. But here, show you an example. Now, I can't use this, obviously, because it's too big. But this is for some of my cookies if I want it to look like an acorn. And what you'll do is you'll get your fruit, get your cookie cutter, vegetable cutter, whatever cutter, and you press it into your vegetable, and then you get your little shape that comes out like this. Or at least that's what I remember reading before. So that's something new that you can look into if you really want to do this and you can't get it to work. But I almost guarantee, because I can't fully guarantee because I don't know you and I'm not there personally to be able to help you, but hopefully through my videos they're simple enough that you will be able to follow them. And what I'll do real quick is I'll stop talking and try to just show you a few more of the mushrooms and carrots, and then I'll upload a picture later so you can see how they turned out. But I'll show you briefly with the ones that I have. So again, you want to rub and dab, but not too hard. And you'll see that the dirt that's on the mushrooms will mostly come off. Okay, and then just cleaning. Because also the other thing too, if you use your mushrooms, if you use the water method and you run it underneath the sink, since mushrooms are highly absorbent, they're going to swell up and actually absorb the water that you're rinsing them off with, which isn't really the greatest. Now, since my knife isn't, this one's sharper than my other ones, but I don't want to cut too deep, but if it's shallow, you'll have the problem like me, trying to get it out without it damaging the rest of your mushroom. And in this case, the shiitake mushroom. So see? So there's your first line. Straight, put it on an angle, then cut. Straight on an angle, like a diagonal, and cut. Then you pull your pieces out. And see, this mushroom was a little fragile on the side. See? And then if you want it to be like a flower, do it again. You have your knife like this, then you put it on an angle and you cut it, and then you do the opposite side. And you can actually add more lines to it, but that's that. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I think it came out pretty good for me just showing you on the spot. So let me get one more, and I'll get 2 more of my white ones, because I don't need the whole container for the recipe that I'll be cooking after this video. But you're going to rinse it off. Or I should say clean it off. Just bear with me, I had a long day. So you straight and put it on an angle, then you cut on a diagonal. You do the same on the opposite side. Then take your wedge out, like so. And you turn your mushroom. Do this again. Oh, I messed up. I went straight down. But you actually want it to be on an angle, cut. But since I had it straight down, it was narrow enough, it actually worked in my favor. That's one thing you like about cooking. There's not just one way to do everything. A lot of times it's just trial and error. Let's see. And then you do it again. Straight, angle, cut when it's on a diagonal. Straight, angle, cut when it's on the opposite diagonal. And just deep enough so it comes out. Oh, the edge of that got a little messed up. Let me straighten that out a little. And see? It's not perfect, but it's different. And do it again. Actually, let me clean my mushroom. And the stems I'm going to be taking off for my recipe. That's why I'm not too worried about cleaning them. But if you're making like a stock soup, you can use the stems if you wanted to have like a more woody taste. So you have it straight on an angle. I'm on an angle, so it looks like it's already on an angle. And cut diagonal, then do the same. Cut opposite diagonal. Watch your fingers. Got your first line. And you turn it straight, cut on an angle, straight, cut on the opposite diagonal, and careful your finger. And like, if you wanted to be, you know, more symmetrical, you can take your time and like, there's even like edible dyes you can use if you wanted to trace it. But again, it's going to be chopped up later, so it doesn't really matter too much. But for you guys it matters, because you guys are my precious subscribers. And ta-da! See? That one's a little better, right? And this will be my last one because I don't want it to go over 20 minutes. So you clean your top. Lay it down straight on an angle, cut, straight on an angle, cut, turn it 90 degrees, straight on an angle, cut, straight on an angle, cut. Oh, that came out a little weird, but it's okay. And you turn it so it's like 45 degrees, so it's in between the two that you already cut. Straight on an angle, cut, straight on an angle, cut. And then carefully pull the pieces you cut out. And that's it. See? The little, not balanced, but again. And cut a few of the raw carrots. If I can get it. Okay, there's that. Yeah, I need to get sharper knives. So here we go. So with the carrots, you're cutting little itty bitty triangles that only go to the outer edge of the first ring that's in the center. Then you turn it and you do it again. And with the raw carrots, what's nice about them, especially if it's going to a soup, you don't have to worry about it falling apart. You can be stronger for cutting with the raw one, and you can get it to be more like even. With the soft ones, it's a little more tricky. You can't put as much strength into it, as you might be able to hear if you listen carefully. The knife going against the cutting board. I could put one more in. With this, you just carefully pull the carrot wedges out. And carefully when you hold it. Ta-da! That goes in my carrot little bin. See? I'll cut a few more, just so you guys get it in your head. So you cut the wedges out, turn, cut the little wedge, turn, cut the little wedge, but not too close to the other or it'll fall apart. And this one I did 3, so it's like a little cross. You can see. And then this one's a raw one again, so you're going to hear you can't put as much strength into it. Let me see where my little wedge is. There it is. Should have one around there. Let's see. Yes, there it is. Okay. I got a carrot on my finger. And let's see if I can get it in the light for you to see. See? Actually went over a little, so I'll just finish this one up and that'll be it. So triangle, wedge, remove the wedge, you only go to the first ring. And like I said, there's probably maybe more simpler ways or other ways to do this, but this is how I figured out how to do. So that's why I'm sharing it with you guys, in case, like I said, you want to just spruce up your food. So on that note, I hope that today you enjoyed my video and that you learned something new at the same time. And if you tried this, don't forget to let me know. You can comment below and tell me how it worked out for you. Did your carrots fall apart? Did your mushrooms work? I'm just curious. So hopefully you guys like this and that your food will not only come out delicious but taste good too. And if you like videos like this, don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell for more notifications. Like, and as I mentioned before, comment down below. Take care, and this again was Magnetic Melissa. I'm signing off. Bye.